Hello, hello. Welcome back to Finding Spirit with Tabs. I'm your host, Tabs McCaffrey, and I'm a developing medium here in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada. On this show, I share my own personal journey as I grow and develop my mediumship abilities, Akashic record readings, mentorship, and really anything and everything spiritually related. I like to think of it as a choose your woo adventure. And you get to choose the level of woo that you want to dive into. And I think even where I was on my journey a year and a half ago to where I am today, it's definitely an unfolding. So if you're just starting this journey, allow everything to unfold. Follow the curiosity, the little breadcrumbs, and it'll take you on the journey. Okay, so we're going to do an episode today on letting go of the past and shifting your limiting beliefs with spiritual wisdom. Before we get started into that, I wanted to share just some information, what's happening at Finding Spirit headquarters. And we have a couple things. So I just had my group mediumship demonstration last night. It was beautiful. It was amazing. I think we were able to do 5 connections in the hour with evidence coming through and messages. There were some laughs, some tears. It's just, there's such a magical moment. And I think what makes it even more beautiful is getting to experience other people getting messages and just feeling that love and support from the spirit world. So if it's something that you're interested in, I have one coming up in March and it's on the website as well. So you can save your seat. I try and keep them pretty small, 12 people max. If you feel curious about it, please feel free to book in. Also, I have my mediumship practice circle tonight, and this is going to be the second one I'm hosting. I'm very excited. It went really well in December, so I'm just feeling very aligned with this and being able to offer and help and create an environment where other developing mediums can have a space. Also, if that's something you're interested in, I have February's session scheduled as well in the calendar. So you can head over to the website and I'll put a link below if you want to book in. I think that's also a small group. I cap them at 12 and I think we have 1 or 2 people that have already saved seats there. So I have a feeling they're going to go quickly, especially after tonight's practice circle. Got to toss that out there, let you guys know what's going on. I've also expanded some of my services. I've started doing spirit guide connections. So if someone's wanting to connect with your spirit guide, I will connect and share any messages and guidance, things that you need to know, help you get on the path that you're looking for. If that's something you're curious about, again, you can head over to my website and check it out. I really have expanded my services. I found when I first created my website, I was a little bit unsure of who am I? What do I have to offer? What is going on? And that's kind of that beginning of the journey. And lately, it just feels like the layers are pulling off just so quickly. I'm integrating quickly. I'm getting downloads. Everything is just flowing, very flowy. And I've been talking about that quite a bit. I've been sharing it in my Instagram posts. That's the best way I can describe it, is learning to flow with life and really living aligned and in your purpose. I'm just feeling it. It's going good. All right. Okay. Let's get into today's episode. I don't like to waste your guys' time. Let's share some of this information. So I've done quite a few Akashic record readings in the last 2 weeks. It's neck and neck with mediumship, and usually mediumship is my most popular booking, but Akashic Records has just been making a comeback, and I think that's a collective. I think people are wanting direction and guidance. People are wanting help on their journeys, and that's what I'm seeing the most. So many people are starting to recognize patterns in their life, and they're wanting to release them and move forward. They're wanting to understand why these patterns or these limiting beliefs or these blockages are kind of preventing them from moving forward. And that's what I love most about Akashic record readings, is that they provide that 360 picture. You know what I mean? They allow you to step back and look at a situation and have a better viewpoint to make decisions and to choose the path to move forward. So they are not future telling. They will not tell you what is your future and what you need to do. What they're going to give you is the tools to make the decision for yourself, to give you that perspective, to know which way you want to move and which way is forward and what path feels more aligned and right for you. you ultimately hold the power. That's it. You always have the power, and you always have free will, which I always need to state. And that's why I'm not big on like those future telling things, because I think our free will is fluid, and I think what we want is fluid, and things change, and it's so important that you know that you are steering your own ship. This has popped up in a couple readings, and it's came through in like different analogies and different readings, but recently it came up in a reading and it said, imagine yourself, you're driving a vehicle, and that vehicle is your life. You are always looking back, always looking back. You're not actually watching the road. You physically cannot look back in the car and drive forward safely. And it's the kind of the same thing in life, right? When we're always looking back and we're always living in the past or watching what's going on behind us, we're never moving forward, at least not safely, not making good decisions. We're always going to be staring backwards. And that one came up recently, and I was like, that is so true. You cannot drive a car facing backwards. It's impossible. Why would you run your life or drive your life forward when you're looking backwards? And it really gives you that perspective of, okay, I need to start looking forward. And also, as long as you're looking back, you're living in the past. You're never living in the present. You're never making decisions based on every situation being a new opportunity. Because in reality, you're probably using all your past experiences to make your decisions, which in essence is you living in your past, right? Letting things in the past stay in the past and looking at opportunities from a new lens, looking at everything new. I've seen this pop up with relationships quite a bit lately, where people are questioning new relationships in their life, but they're using the lens that they used for other people. And everyone is individual, and every relationship is new and individual. So it's encouraging you to treat every situation with a fresh set of eyes. I wanted to go over some common limiting beliefs and patterns, because that's what I wanted to talk about today. What really holds us back from pursuing our purpose, pursuing joy, love, abundance, all those great things that we all want. It actually tends to be limiting beliefs and patterns that we keep repeating. So some examples of reoccurring thought patterns might be, I'm not good enough. Success isn't meant for me. One that pops up often is, I can't find the right person for me. Another money one is that, why is money so hard? How come it doesn't flow through me? Why do I struggle with money? And these are all reoccurring thought patterns that once it's kind of set, it just kind of plays over and over on repeat. So a lot of these beliefs will root, I guess, from past experiences. Maybe someone told you this in your past, or you felt it was implied to you. Sometimes it's societal conditioning, because your family grew up without money. You don't have money. You'll never have money because no one in your family does. Or sometimes there can be those ancestral influences, and money has been a struggle throughout many generations. Or a recent one that popped up, drinking runs through the family, right? And those are going to be those ancestral lineage ones that kind of flow through. Again, these are limiting beliefs. These are thought patterns, but they're only yours if you claim them. They're only yours if you repeat them and you tell them to yourself. So part of what I wanted to talk about today was rewiring those neuron pathways. So I like to think of it as your brain has all these neurons, right? And there's certain things, and there's comfortable, right? Comfortable is old thought patterns. They repeat, they repeat, they repeat. That's how you talk to yourself. Part of releasing limiting beliefs and blockages is rewiring those pathways, teaching yourself to speak differently to yourself. That was a little bit wordy, but one of my favorite things to tell people is, whatever you think is true, right? Whatever you believe is true. Whatever you believe about yourself is true. Whatever you believe about other people is true. Thoughts become things. If you're always choosing a certain narrative for your thoughts, that's why your life tends to focus that way, right? Where your thoughts go, your energy flows. If you're always focused on, why is money so hard? I struggle with money, nothing flows. I need more money in my life. Again, those are those negative thoughts, and that's where that energy keeps going into that shortage, that not enough, that scarcity mindset. And part of it is changing how you view it and working into that abundance. I wanted to go over just a couple simple steps. This is going to be like a pretty quick, easy episode, and I wanted it to be digestible. I wanted it to be simple and applicable, something that you could apply right now, that you didn't have to go into your Akashic records or have a reading. You can start applying this right now. The steps that I recommend for limiting beliefs and blockages and repeating patterns. Your first step is going to be awareness. Recognize when those patterns come up, when those thoughts come up, when those limiting beliefs or blockages are coming up. You catch your mind in that mind space, that conversation happening within your head. The next is I want you to reflect. Ask yourself, does this belief serve me? Does this limitation serve me? Does this blockage, as I'm struggling with the word, does this blockage serve me? Chances are it doesn't. And that's going to give you that chance to recognize that this isn't a good thought, that this isn't a constructive thought for you. Now, the next thing I want you to do is reframe it. You catch yourself, money is so hard. Oh my gosh, I'm so stressed about money. Okay, acknowledge that thought's coming through. It's no longer serving me. I need to let this go. Your next one is going to be that reframing. And that's where you say, money flows, money is abundant, I deserve money. Just those 3 simple phrases. However you want to reword it. So say it's, I'm never going to find someone that loves me, or how I'm never going to be good enough for someone. Okay, that's another. You acknowledge it, doesn't serve you. It's not good for your higher self. How do you reframe that? I am deserving of love. I am going to attract the right person into my life at the right time. I am open to positive interactions with people. I am open to the right person coming into my life. And it's changing the way you think. It's also creating a higher frequency, a higher vibration to attract that like energy in, right? Likes attract to each other. Negativity attracts to each other. So does positivity. If it works for negative, it's going to work for positive, right? As above, so below. And then what I want you to work on is applying this into a daily practice. So it might take you, a couple weeks to identify what are your limiting beliefs, what are some of the blockages that you see that happen, maybe some of the thought patterns that you tell yourself. And I want you to put them on a sticky note. You can reframe and create these as affirmations. Stick them on your bathroom mirror. Every morning when you wake up, I want you to say those affirmations. Every night when you go to bed, you're going to say them again. And you're going to rewire the way you view these situations, these beliefs, these blockages, these thought patterns that you've told yourself. And slowly you will start to believe. These things took years and time to create themselves. Chances are you've been stuck in this rut for a while, so they're not going to just happen overnight. These types of changes don't happen in one rephrasing or one day of affirmations. It's probably going to take some time. But depending on your receptivity to change, are you open to change? Do you normally fight change? You must believe that it can come true for you. And that's kind of the magic ingredient, right? Is believing and being open to these changes in your life. If you are not open to them and you don't believe them, it's going to be a harder battle. Telling yourself, I'm open to this. I'm open to change. That could be another one of your affirmations. Tell yourself that. You can change the way you think. You can change your limiting beliefs, and you can get rid of blockages that are in your life. So that's how easy it is. This is not the be all end all, but I think it's a really good place to start. And then I have one little simple exercise for you. When a reoccurring thought comes in, acknowledge it, honor the feelings that come with it, and then repeat after me. I am letting this go. It no longer serves me. And if you don't believe yourself the first time you say it one more time. I am letting this go. It no longer serves me. There is power in your words. There is power in the words that you speak, the intentions that you set, and how you speak to yourself. So if you take anything away from this episode today, understand that whatever you believe is true in your life. So I want you to start believing yourself. I want you to start believing the possibilities that are out there, the opportunities that are coming your way, and be open to things just happening. On that note, like I said, this is going to be a shorter episode. I'm going to leave it there. I don't think this needed to be a long episode. This is a very simple strategy that I use and I recommend to clients of mine after Akashic record readings, and I hope it serves you as well. If you haven't already hit subscribe or follow to the channel, please do so now. Also, give me a like, drop in the comments. And this is the opportunity where I ask for you guys to share what works for you. So if you have some different strategies or things that have worked for letting go of limiting beliefs, blockages, reoccurring thought patterns, please share them below in the comments. I love community. I'm all about community. This is how we grow together. And I think when we share our stories and our experiences and what works for us, we can help other people around us. And I think ultimately that's why we're on this journey and looking for our purpose and living aligned. Big part of it is serving others. So thank you. If you drop in, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. All right, well, I'm going to let you go. Like I said, it's going to be a short episode. If there's someone else that you know that needs to hear this, send them a link to share the podcast. All right, guys, well, I'm going to head out of here. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next episode of Finding Spirit with Tabs. Bye.